Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kagam. I think you're gonna love today's video. It's very long, so I apologize in advance. Please make sure that you're subscribed and you watch all the way until the end. I have so much to tell you. Let me start straight off with the first tidbit, and then we'll talk about the 21K collection, and then I'll tell you the final juicy tidbit at the end of the video. So the first tidbit is that it's official. Chanel have cancelled all pre-orders, reserves, waitlists, whatever terminology you want to use for 21K. In terms of 21A, which is the métier d'art, which is going to be in the boutiques in June, people were reporting being able to reserve products from that collection, but it's done now. This seems like it pertains to North America, so the United States, Canada, and of course Europe in general as well. I can't speak for the Asian and Pacific region, Australia, the Middle East, and Russia. I would say that for Russia, all the countries in the Middle East, and all of the countries in the APAC region, I don't feel like Chanel would try it with those geolocations that I mentioned, just because customers from those locations are known to spend a lot, whether they're buying at home or abroad. But basically, pre-orders are done. A lot of this obviously is due to resellers, but not actually totally. I actually have a theory that Chanel are actually doing this in order to kind of force people to feel constant pressure to purchase their products. Because if you think about it, like being able to pre-order, you're like, okay, I feel safe because I know I'm getting the bag that I want. Now the fact is like first come, first served, and then no pre-orders. You basically have to get it in the boutique. You have to be super quick about it. Now, some of you might come in the comments and say, okay, well, I know a VIP and I'm a VIP and I can still pre-order 21K, so you're wrong. Well, not really. VIPs should technically be exempted from this, and we're going to go with the feeling that they are going to be exempted from this, but it's not a set rule and it's not an exact science, so you have to see what works for your jurisdiction. But say today you contact your SA, you say, hey, I want to reserve this from 21K, they're probably going to say no. Let me know what you think in the comments, and now let's look at the 21K collection. Okay, so the first bags I'm looking at here are these bags with the top handle. I can't tell the dimensions from here. You should see them on the screen. I can't tell the dimensions, whether they're big or small. This one looks like a kind of cherry red. The next one looks like a sort of pale blue, like almost like a kind of pastel-y blue kind of color. It's difficult to tell what kind of color the hardware is, but it does look like a sort of champagne gold. What do you think of these ones? So these will be in the 21K. 21K is basically autumn winter, but act 2. What are your thoughts on these ones? I'm not a fan of these bags in general. I know they're unicorns. I know they're super hot right now. I know so many of you have purchased these minis with the top handles. It's not, I'm not slagging you off, promise. It's just a personal thing. I just personally don't like them. To me, it's just like a trendy, like I want to be trendy, and I can't really get out of that. But I do have to say, I do like this icy blue color, and I think it looks really nice. The next collection are a bunch of these SLGs. Full credits, obviously, of the images go to their owner if I haven't already put them on the screen. Nothing here stands out to me. This looks like that bag there looks like one of those like foldable totes. I can see there's some gold accents here. Not crazy about these. I can see there's some more SLGs here on the second slide. Not a huge fan. These look like they're going to be very expensive wallets. I want to know what you think of them as well. Some of these other ones look like iPod or AirPod. What I said iPod, that's how old I am. AirPod accessories, not a fan. I think those are just a massive rip-off. It's just a personal thing. The next one here are these card holders. I think that these are just basic. Sorry, they're just not really impressing me, particularly this weird creepy one that has like pink and black. What is that? It looks weird and creepy. Not a fan at all so far of what I've seen of those. Let's move on. Things get a little bit better with this selection here. There's this beautiful kind of like It looks like a sort of icy lilac. It's very beautiful. This is in the reissue. I love that. I think that is going to sell. I am not a fan of the reissue bag at all. I think it's just, I don't know, there's something about it that feels very dinosaurish to me. It just looks like a fossil, but in this color, it looks very young and fresh and modern. I do love it in that kind of sort of icy, frozen lilac. It's like they took, you know, I don't know, it's like they took lilac and put it in a freezer and it's just come up with this very icy color. It's gorgeous. This weird pink bag that's clearly acrylic. It's obviously plastic. You can even see from the finish with this ugly, like a pink and black chain. This thing is ugly, okay? They need to stop. I really don't like these other two bags there, no. Onto the next one here. This looks like a sort of iridescent cocoa handle. I think that will be a unicorn for the 21K collection. This other bag is probably like an evening bag. It looks like one of those like Chanel blusher or foundation compact cases. Not a fan of the others, basically. So the only two standouts I see from these two pictures I've shown you is the sort of icy lilac reissue and the iridescent cocoa handle. So those ones are nice. Okay, so let's keep looking and showing you the rest. Okay, here I also don't like these bags. A lot of these bags are really ugly. I don't like hobo bags. I've never liked them. I didn't like them when I was at school. I didn't like them when I was at uni. I didn't like them in my 20s. I don't like them in my early 30s. I do not like these bags, but Chanel continues to make them. Goodbye, like you are cancelled. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, things improve a little bit here. There's this like interesting bag that says Chanel on it and it has like rainbow colors. It's multicolored. I would need to know what fabric they have made that from, but that does look interesting. There's this other bag that looks kind of white. I think it has like an ombre tone to it. It has some blue or some like light blue. That one is nice. The Superstar unicorn there, the sort of icy lilac sherbet bag is there. I think that white one with the ombre is definitely going to be a unicorn as well from what I can see here. Which ones do you like? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe and hit the bell. We have so much more to get through. I hope that you keep watching. Some other bags here that I think will do quite well. There's this So Black cocoa handle. That one is going to sell out with matte black hardware, absolutely. There are these other weird bags. There's this like, it looks like a royal blue. I think that one is actually quite nice as well, and that is nice for autumn. There's also this vanity. It's like an iridescent vanity. What do you guys think of this? There's this gold, looks like a sort of tubular vanity. I'm not sure how I feel about these metallics in 21K. I do think this iridescent vanity is going to sell out. That also looks like another unicorn. Okay, these colors here, they look definitely more autumnal. When you think of autumn, I do think you think of these like berry rich, burgundy-esque colors. So this one looks like a sort of berry red, this cocoa handle. It looks large. I think that one is going to do very well. There's also a black cocoa handle as well. Looks like champagne-ish hardware. There's this weird furry looking cocoa handle that looks weird and creepy. I don't know how you guys think about it. It could be shearling. Might not be. I don't know. We don't know the fabrics. I have no idea about prices. I just found these photos on Instagram. Okay, so tell me what you think about these ones as well. On this slide, I want to discuss the Chanel 19. I think this 19 is really, really ugly. And what is with Chanel braiding like the straps at the moment with black? It really ruins the look of the bag. It's just a personal opinion. I think this is like I don't know if this is a new bag style. You guys can let me know. But on here, she writes City Curve. I don't know what that means, but I don't like the look of those bags. There's also a tote bag that looks kind of lazy and weird, and there are also these framing chain bags here. Not really a fan of anything here. I don't think it's particularly inspiring or interesting, to be honest. Okay, now, the best pieces I think are on here. Save the best for last. I've already gone through some of the ones that we've already seen in previous pictures, but I also just quickly want to talk to you guys about the beauty pouches. I think those beauty pouches, I think you should probably see it on the screen. There's like a pink one and there's like a large one that looks kind of iridescent. It looks like a sort of seaweedy, like aquamarine kind of color. I think those beauty pouches are so hot right now. I think so many people realize it's so expensive to constantly like buy bags and all the rest of it. And it is much cheaper to just buy a pouch and to make it look very glam, especially if you're going out at night, for example. I think those beauty pouches will do very well. This Chanel 19 here, it looks like a sort of very pale blue. I think that one will do very well. They also have this bag here that they call classic embroidered. I think those will do very well. And another unicorn that I can see right here is they call it the timeless classic handle. This is obviously the classic with the top handle. This one looks like it's in that icy frozen lilac color. This thing is going to sell out. Whether it's in the classic with the top handle or whether it's in the chevron, I absolutely believe that this is a superstar rock star hit. And I think that one is going to sell. I personally I do not like the classic with the top handle. It's just a personal thing, but I know this thing is going to sell. There's this weird one that has different variations of pink in it that looks weird and ugly. Not a fan of that. And then just at the top of the photo, you should be able to see this kind of metallic silver, that white bag that we talked about, the classic that we talked about, and those vanities as well. So those are basically the bags pretty much from the 21K. I saw these on Instagram. I'll link her profile in the description below, so full credit to her. She seems like she's a personal shopper, but credit to her for posting these so we can discuss them. I have no ideas about pricing. The one thing I did see on social media, in Facebook groups and on forums, is a lot of people are saying the collector's pieces will definitely be like $9,000, $10,000, even $11,000. I mean, that's like par of the course for Chanel, but I do think that these are very, very, very expensive. There's another picture here I'm showing you so you can see how the collection looks. I think this is like a leaked photograph from someone, maybe at Chanel, it was leaked. I do think these colors are mega hits for autumn winter. They're very shocking colors, these pastels. You know, normally when you think of winter, you think of blacks, you think of, you know, oxblood, burgundy, berry red, you know, tan. Those are the colors that you think of when you think of autumn winter. And I think kind of doing these kind of cold pastels is a very interesting idea. I love them. I really don't like the reissue. It takes a lot to get my attention, honey, with the reissue. And let me tell you, I am concentrating on this chevron with the reissue. It's not something I would buy, but I 100% think it's gorgeous, and I do think it's probably worth it. It's very unique. I love these cold lilacs, cold pastel colors, these sort of like pale cold pinks. It's a very interesting concept for autumn winter. What do you guys think of these bags so far that we have gone through really quickly here? What are your thoughts on what Chanel, basically is doing for 21K? I did post a video about the first half of 21K, not 21K, the act one basically of this. I did post a video. A lot of you were like, oh, the picture quality isn't good. So I hope the picture quality is much better in this video. If not, you can also watch it on your TV or on your laptop so you can see better. I am fascinated by just the sort of obsession with making these classics with the top handle happen. It's quite shocking to me to see them be so popular, because I really didn't like them on spring summer. I still don't like them. I'm always going to be team trendy. I hope these are just seasonal pieces. I hope they're not going to stay. I personally do not like them, but what I think doesn't matter because I haven't bought any. So if you have purchased the classic with the top handle, what do you like about it? I would love to know. Tell me what you think. What are your guys' opinions on the 21K? I think all in all, this is just like more of the same from Virginie and the team. There are a lot of critiques about Virginie. Some I think are very unfair and some I think are fair. I need to see more from, you know, Mrs. Double V, because I just feel like some of these bags are kind of lazy. Carl basically pioneered the boy bag. Even though the concept was there for ages, he did make that bag so hot. It was like one of the hottest bags, particularly when I was at uni. Everyone was trying to buy the boy bag. Carl created the trendy. Carl created the Chanel 19. He did innovate a lot. Those are big shoes to fill. I do think we need to give Virginie time. I do like these pastels. I know that everyone doesn't like pastels. I think these pastels are beautiful for autumn. particularly these like lavenderish, lilac-ish, very pale pink pieces. I think they're going to look so gorgeous, particularly for those of you who live in very cold climates for autumn, winter. Someone who lives in like the Nordic nations, or if you live in like Canada, I could see that these like pastels would just look so gorgeous with a beautiful fur coat or a shearling coat, and you're out and about, you know, maybe walking your dog or going to the shops for the day. I do think that these are gorgeous. I don't like everything here. I do not like the SLGs at all, as usual. I'm not a fan of their SLGs. I think these, I'll be really happy when the whole AirPod trend dies. I still use traditional headphones with a wire. I don't care, okay? I'm not here for them. I feel like the Chanel AirPod cases are an absolute waste of money, but whatever. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying that you all have to listen to me. So those are the bags and SLGs from the 21K collection. I need to know what you think. Now I want to talk a little bit more about the whole issue of basically getting rid of the pre-orders for this collection. When you look at this collection, there's several unicorns here, honey, okay? There are a few unicorns. All of those pastel bags are absolutely gonna fly off the shelves. I think Chanel know what they're doing. Chanel kind of remind me of this character from this movie called Friday. It's like a classic film from the 90s. It has Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. There's the neighborhood bully in Friday is called Depot, okay? And he's just like on his bicycle bullying everybody. Chanel are giving me that Depot energy, you get me? Like, you know, they're getting rid of pre-orders, getting rid of reserves, getting rid of wait lists. I know there's going to be a price increase before this collection drops in September. There's absolutely going to be a price increase. Chanel just gave me these like Depot vibes, like, yeah, and what? What are you gonna do about it? Okay. And ironically, the actor who actually played Depot in Friday, God rest his soul, he passed away recently, but he was actually a pastor. He was actually a minister in real life, but he played a neighborhood bully in this. Chanel are bullies through and through, okay? Okay, and they don't care how you feel. What do you guys think of the fact that there are no more pre-orders for the 21K collection? If you're a VIP, let me know if you can pre-order. Some VIPs have said they've been successful in pre-ordering. Many people have complained that they haven't been. I would love to know what you think. Another huge bit of news that has dropped from the Chanel universe that someone posted on the purse forum that I wanted to tell you guys about is the fact that Chanel have instituted some new rules for those of you living in the United States. If you live in the US, this applies to you. Don't be mad, okay, at the rest of us who don't live in the US. So maybe not as affected as you, but if you live in the US, you can only buy 12 bags a year, 12 I think it's like SLGs and accessories per year, and 40 beauty products per year. So this is like a new change for the Chanel USA universe. So everyone in the US, you are affected by this. Yes, I know there's gonna be someone in the comments like, well, I'm a VIP, I'm not affected, rah. If you look closely and read between the lines, they have not put limits on pret-a-porter, which brings me to my next theory. I have said this many times that if you buy clothing from Chanel, you are treated differently, you are treated better. I said this many times in some of my older videos. I was fighting the people who were like saying that they were VIPs one person particularly said they're from a European city, they're a VIP in their city, and when they go to other cities within the EU, they're also VIPs and they've never bought a piece of clothing. And I was like, listen, honey, okay, I don't make the rules. Chanel make the rules. I'm not saying that you're not a VIP. What I'm saying is Chanel prioritize people who buy clothes. So as we can see from these new limitations from Chanel USA, the fact that there isn't a cap, you can buy as many Chanel clothes as you want, makes it very clear. Chanel are looking for those higher end VIPs. They don't want people who are just gonna be like, hey, I might buy like a jumper here, a jumper there, and I'll buy like 5 bags. They want those people that are going to be those big VIPs who are going to consistently buy clothes every collection, and then who can eventually be invited to the fashion shows. And who knows, maybe one day you'll order something from the haute couture salon in Paris. I think that Chanel are very strategic. I think they know what they're doing. And I think that these new limits for those of you in the USA, of course, like it is to dampen resellers, but resellers are like weeds, okay? They're going to keep growing. They're always going to be there. They're always going to find a way to get around it. 12 bags per year per person If each reseller knows like 30 people, they can score tons of bags and make horrific sums of money. This is about clients and getting as many like new VIPs into the fold as possible, because they really want to force you to buy the bags or to buy their weird, creepy surfboards and all the rest of it. I need to know what you guys think of these new limitations for Chanel USA customers. Even if you're not in the US, I would love to hear from you, particularly if you're from the APAC region, Singapore, Hong Kong, Oceania, so like Australia, New Zealand, obviously mainland China, if you're from Russia, if you're from any countries in the Middle East, I would love to chat to you. You can send me a DM or send me an email. Let me know, are you as affected as the American customers, as European clients, and as British clients? Or are you not affected? If you're a VIP, make sure you let me know how much you spend, okay? Don't be shy, because it can also help us to understand what's going on right now. I also think Chanel are making changes when it comes to VIPs as well. I think that Chanel are trying to figure out like who are going to be their most profitable clients. There's some people in the purse forum who said they've spent like €1 million a year buying Chanel clothes and bags and accessories. I do think that the threshold at the moment, I believe in the US it's $100,000 a year. In Europe, it's 100,000 euros a year. I think that Chanel are going to be looking to up those thresholds so they can really get the super rich on board. Guys, I need to know what you guys think of everything that we discussed in this video. I want to know what you think of the Chanel 21K collection. I want to know what you think of everything in a lot of detail. As usual, I love hearing from you and I love hearing your opinions. We don't always have to agree. I know so many of you are massive fans of this house. To me, the way Chanel moves, it's like, it is like the neighborhood bully, like I said from Friday. They don't care if your feelings are hurt, they're gonna do what they wanna do, and you can like it or lump it as far as they're concerned. Listen, I like the trendy, so I have to keep tabs on what Chanel is doing. I also downloaded the Chanel app, so that is way better than their ridiculous website, so I'm using that now. I would urge you to download the app because the website's absolutely rubbish. Yeah, tell me what you guys think of everything. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I've got so many exciting videos coming up. I can't wait to hear from you guys. So yeah, please make sure you tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.